Hello, fellow food lovers and frugalistas. Do you ever open your kitchen cupboard and think, I've got nothing to eat? Well, I'm here to show you that your pantry is a treasure trove waiting to be discovered. Today, we're embarking on an epic culinary adventure, armed with 10 essential, versatile, and budget-friendly food items that I always keep in my kitchen. So, buckle up, and let's get cooking. First off, we're tackling the humble potato. Now, I hear you asking, potatoes? Really? But let me tell you, these starchy gems are about as versatile as a Swiss Army knife and just as useful in a pinch. I usually snag a 5-pound bag for around $2, cheaper than a cup of overpriced artisanal coffee. And the number of dishes you can whip up? Endless. Mashed, fried, roasted, souped up, there's a potato for every mood and every meal. And if you're feeling a bit fancy, throw in some butter and rosemary with your roasted potatoes. You'll thank me later. But, let's not get too carried away with our love for potatoes. There's a whole world of pantry essentials to explore. Speaking of world cuisine, let's move on to a staple food that feeds more than half the world's population. Rice. This tiny grain is a big deal in my kitchen. From pilafs to puddings, rice has got you covered. I keep both white and brown rice handy, and let me tell you, these grains are not just filling, they're a culinary playground. Throw in some butter and herbs, and you've got yourself a simple, comforting dish. Or mix it into a soup for that extra heartiness. And for all you sweet tooths out there, rice pudding is a game changer. But before we dive further into the rice rabbit hole, I've got a little challenge for you. Hit the like button if you're enjoying this video so far and drop a comment below sharing your favorite way to cook rice. Now, let's roll up our sleeves and continue our pantry exploration. Let's wrap things up, quite literally, with tortilla wraps. These thin, round wonders are a must-have in my kitchen. Not only are they affordable, but they're also as adaptable as a yoga instructor on a balance beam. Breakfast burritos for a hearty start to your day? Check. Taco Tuesdays for a fun dinner? Check. Quick tuna wraps or turkey and cheese pinwheels for a lunch on the go? Double check. Let's face it, tortilla wraps are the edible envelopes that deliver deliciousness straight to your taste buds. Alright, we've got our wrap game sorted. But what about when we want to take things to the next level? When we want to create, to bake, to bread and fry? Well, my friends, for that we need our next pantry hero. Enter flour, the unsung hero of the pantry world. With a bag of this powdery wonder, you're basically holding culinary potential in your hands. Want to impress your friends with homemade tortillas? Flour's got your back. Fancy some pancakes from scratch on a lazy Sunday morning? Call on flour. Craving some fried chicken or fish? Flour's your guy for a perfect crispy breading. And let's not forget about baking. Cakes, cookies, bread, they all owe their delicious existence to flour. So, we've got our dry ingredients covered, but what about when things need to get a little slick? When we need to sauté, stir fry or just add a little sizzle to our cooking? For that, my friends, we turn to our next pantry powerhouse. Oil, the lifeblood of the culinary world. Now, I know what you're thinking, isn't oil just oil? But oh, how wrong you are. The type of oil you use can elevate a dish from meh to magnifique. But for our purposes, a simple, versatile oil like canola or vegetable oil will do the trick. It's perfect for pan frying, sautéing, and stir frying. And here's a pro tip, don't throw away your used oil. Just strain out any bits of fried food, and store it in a glass jar in the fridge. Waste not, want not, as they say. Okay, let's dive into the next pantry essential. It's time to talk about something fishy. Now, don't make that face. I'm talking about tuna fish. Specifically, chunk light tuna in water. It's low in cost, high in protein, and so versatile you'll think it went to circus school. You can whip up a classic tuna salad, put a twist on your lunch with tuna salad wraps, or surprise your taste buds with tuna fried rice. Remember, don't knock it till you've tried it. Now that we've dipped our toes into the sea, let's wade a little further and find out what our next pantry staple is. Next on our culinary adventure, we're taking a detour to the Mediterranean with chickpeas. These little gems are a powerhouse of protein, and trust me, they can do so much more than just hummus. Not that there's anything wrong with a good hummus. Whip up some chickpea salad sandwiches or even make chickpea patties for a vegetarian treat. And here's a little secret. If you're ever out of eggs while baking, you can use the water from canned chickpeas as an egg substitute. It's called aquafaba. Look it up. Mind blown. Now that we've had our fill of the Mediterranean, let's head over to Latin America with our next pantry must-have. And here we have black beans, the edible black pearls of the pantry world. These beauties are not only wallet-friendly but also a great way to stretch out your meals. Making hamburger patties? Add some black beans. Preparing burritos? Toss in some black beans. Not only will they add a hearty texture and earthy flavor to your dishes, but they'll also keep you feeling full longer. Now that's what I call a win-win situation. Alright friends, it's time to beef up this conversation, literally. Ground beef, specifically 93% lean, is our next pantry champ. A little tip from me to you. It's like a chameleon in the kitchen, it can blend into almost any dish. Tacos? Check. Spaghetti sauce? Double check. Meatloaf? You betcha. And remember our black bean friends from earlier? They're like peas and carrots with ground beef, always ready to lend a helping hand when you're in need of stretching out a meal. Alright, enough with the meat talk. Let's move on to something that really holds our meals together, the culinary equivalent of duct tape. Yes, my friends, we're talking about shredded cheese. This versatile wonder is like the supporting actor that steals the show. Tacos, quesadillas, baked macaroni casserole, grilled cheese sandwiches, and even on top of grits and eggs, shredded cheese has got you covered. It's like the Swiss Army knife of the dairy world. You won't know how much you need it until you don't have it. And to be honest, who doesn't like a bit of cheesy goodness in their meals? Well, there you have it, my friends. The Magnificent 10, my knights in shining armor, my culinary avengers. We've journeyed through the valleys of potatoes, sailed the seas of rice, wrapped ourselves in tortilla dreams, dug into flowery mountains, glided on oily waters, navigated the tuna currents, hopped with chickpeas, danced with black beans, wrestled with ground beef, and finally basked in the cheesy goodness. We've also given an honorable mention to our canned veggie supporters. Truly an epic saga, isn't it? Remember, these ingredients aren't just cost-effective. They're the secret keys to a kingdom of culinary delights. The recipes are limited only by your imagination. A frugal kitchen isn't a place of limitation. It's a space of creativity, of magic, and of fantastic meals that won't break the bank. Now, if you've enjoyed this grand gastronomic adventure, and you found a few laughs along the way, I've got a small request. Hit that like button and share this video with your friends, family, and that neighbor who always seems to be cooking something delicious. Subscribe to this channel for more delightful tales from the world of frugal and fabulous feasting. And don't forget to ring that bell icon, because who doesn't like a good dinner bell, right? Before we part ways, I'll leave you with a question to ponder. What's your secret ingredient, the unsung hero of your kitchen? Let me know in the comments below. As Julia Child once said, the only real stumbling block is fear of failure. In cooking, you've got to have a what the hell attitude. So, my friends, let's embrace that what the hell attitude and continue our culinary adventures together. Remember, a good meal can turn a house into a home. Until next time, stay frugal and stay fabulous.